Do what you want with my body. Do what you want, do what you want, my body. Do what you want, do what you want, body. And hello, this is Emily O'Malley, Lady of the Realm. And yes, I'm one. I realize this is coming in a day after. Well, as you can see by the title below, you're probably wondering, well, Evelyn, where's your video about the recent death of Nelson Mandela? Well, first of all, the reason why I decided not to make a video about that is, one, that's taking advantage of tragedy. Not doing that, okay? That's just not going to happen. I don't believe in taking advantage of someone else's tragedy or death. That's a review show, okay? So, if you wanted to see that, go check out Craft Nation. I don't know if they still exist or not. I don't care if they do, because that's why their channel failed. You shouldn't take advantage of that. Also, TJ did a really good video, and there's nothing I can do to top that. And also, two, I know nothing about Nelson Mandela other than, well, he's a black hero. I've heard other people say he's terrorist, or not terrorist, tyrant. But I don't care who he is or isn't. This video is not about him. I just wanted that to be made clear. That's why I don't have one. Because there won't be one unless I find more information about him in between now and then. So, now that I got 2 minutes out of my review out of the way, here's my review of Disneycember. One of the Disneycember videos that Nostalgia Critic has going on his Blip channel. I will put a link down in the description so you can see and look this up and you can believe it or not. But I found this to be kind of an iffy review. Yeah, I understand it was basically him going on about I believe it was 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. It was the one that was put in the hands of our good old Walt Disney, and he said something very interesting. You know, for the most part, I think he said this was an adult film, which, you know, that should have been the first little red flag to wave in my face. And he said I should have turned it off instantly, because as he went along, you know, he discussed how he enjoyed all these actors, and these were actors before they were in their prime and all that stuff. You know, I can't remember their names. I just think go look up the movie. Like I said, you have the title here down below. You can go look it up on your own. You're not 5 years old, so I'm not gonna baby you. But anyways, I think one of the biggest things that he said that kind of made my brain go, eh, was, he said something to the effect that it was an adult film, not because it used any, stupid jokes like poop or fart jokes or whatever. Frankly, here's what I have to say. This movie was made during the 50s. Okay? Poop and fart jokes were not in high demand, okay? They don't exist, or at least they're so rare that they do not exist. I'm sure there might have been some, but really, there isn't enough. Okay, there aren't any at all. I don't expect that from that particular time period, first off. And then, following through, he stated that it was an adult film because it has adults. Yeah, that's all he said. Especially for a rated G film. Okay, now, to give him credit, I know, I don't think this Dr. Critic is an idiot or anything. I don't think he's a bad person. I just find this to be kind of shocking because here's my issue with adult films. You know, an adult film does not necessarily have to be one that uses, it has to curse. Or if it does, it might just have like a curse here and there, but it's not enough to really distract from the film of itself. The situations that the person, and regardless of age or gender or race or whatever that person happens to be, is usually that of very adult stakes. Okay? So, to me, I kind of feel an adult film, or at least a mature film, I guess maybe that's one of the words we should use here. Maybe that's the word he should have used. But, I don't like to censor or nitpick people, per se, even though I'm making this stupid video, because I am nitpicking what he has to say. Alright? But, when I heard this, I was thinking, really? Really? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how old do you think I am? I know I've already told you, but just look at my face. You can put it down in the comments below, tell me how old you think I am. Without these glasses, without this, let's pretend, how old do you think I look? If I look 12, I think you're probably about right. But you know how old I really am? I'm 23 freaking years old. Okay? I'm 23 years old. I don't look the part. I don't sound the part. Heck, there are times where I don't even act the part. But I think of that as being, I don't know, living in the 21st freaking century and just enjoy my rights. Okay? As a human being. I don't cuss because, I think cussing is a good thing. I just curse because something has pissed me off beyond all knowledge, where I just have to be like, damn it, you son of a purse snatcher. Okay? I try not to use a lot of curse words. Because, in my opinion, I don't think an adult necessarily uses a bunch of curse words to be adult. I think most of the time when someone uses a curse word, it's because they're pissed. Okay? Much like when a teenager's mad at their parent. It's not the it can be the mother, father, I never speak to you again. Because I cannot believe you thought I was going to date that boy. Okay? Do you not understand I have a level of maturity that you have yet to conceive or understand on your own level? I just can't believe you. Okay? That, to me, is maturity. Okay? You state what you mean, what you have to say. I have difficulty in this because sometimes I think when I talk to someone, I'm afraid I'll say something just a little too blunt, and, well, I have a roommate that's very sensitive. Let's just say that. And I don't want to piss her off. Okay? But at the same time, it's very, very difficult. I also have a bad temper, so my anger gets the best of me. It doesn't help that I also had a dad who had a bad temper. Who did not abuse me, by the way, or my mother, or anything like that. He was a good man. But, at the same time, People are people. It is not, okay? It's just, in my opinion, it's usually how a person carries themselves, in my opinion, that makes a person an adult or a child. A child tends to be like, but an adult, mature child, that is more like, okay, sure, Father, we will go there, but I demand two things. One, if my friends see you, you are to act like a mature adult. Two, you are not to embarrass me in public. Okay? That is how a child talks to their parent. Alright? It's just, to me, I just felt that that was shallow, as you noticed by why I keep saying this over and over again. I'm sorry that this is a lot longer than I expected. And so I guess those first 2 minutes were nothing, huh? Sorry that this wasn't paced out well, but I just had to do this off the cuff because my brain, when it heard that particular review, part of the review, just, I'm sorry, it's just things like, and yes, I'm aware of the fact the 50s had this kind of shallow-ish behavior to it, but then again, so did the 80s and 90s. Heck, so did the 60s and 70s. I don't know why people pretend the 60s and 70s were filled with death, or every film that came out was. No, there were only a few that might have been death-filled, but for the most part, folks, it was the 60s and 70s. Alright? You know, it was no different than what we're growing up with today. It's just, I would probably say I don't agree with everything from that time period, and I'm very happy I didn't grow up in that time period. But anyways, thanks for listening to me grouse and everything, and hey, if you want to watch any more of it, if you enjoyed it, please click here on this little box that is going to go right over where my heart used to be. Yeah, it's not made of ice, by the way, you noticed. And also, thank you to, again, for listening, and if you want to, please contact me on my Tumblr and Twitter. Be down in the descriptions below, along with the link to this particular nostalgic Disneycember review. It's probably going on for the next month or so. For the rest of this month, it will be. I think it's pretty good so far. It was just that particular review that just made my brain just go. Eh! I promise to do more reviews, but this one is just the one that I felt confident in doing. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I hope I didn't come off as immature or unadult. Not unadult in this review. I just heard that and brain just couldn't take it anymore. Okay? Anyways, adios. Yes, and Eve out.